On a quiet afternoon, when the sun hung lazily above the village, a strange wind swept through the market. Baskets toppled, goats bleated, and women froze mid-conversation. It was the same wind that had blown the night Obina disappeared. Those who remembered felt their hearts tighten. At the village entrance stood a young man no one recognized, yet everyone felt they knew. He was tall, broad-shouldered, barefoot, dressed in a simple art-colored robe. His hair was thick and black, his eyes deep and ancient. Children stopped playing and stared at him in silence. Before a word was spoken, the elders rose from their seats. Their bones ached suddenly, their spirits stirred. "He has come," one whispered. No one asked who he was. The ground itself seemed to remember his footsteps. Ngozi, now older, her hair streaked with grey, dropped the peso she was holding. Her chest tightened. She did not need to see the stranger to know. A mother's heart recognizes what the eyes cannot forget. When the man spoke, his voice carried both youth and age. "I left as a child," he said calmly, "but I never stopped watching." Some villagers fell to their knees. Others stepped back in fear. His words settled like heavy rain. He pointed toward the shrine. The land was stolen. Blood was buried. Lies were passed down as truth. Murmurs erupted. Faces paled. Secrets thought buried with ancestors clawed their way back to the surface. One by one, hidden wrongs were revealed, land disputes, broken oaths, stolen harvest. The man spoke without anger, only certainty. Each truth struck harder than punishment. Fear turned to rage. "He has come to curse us," someone shouted. Stones were lifted. Ngozi pushed through the crowd, her voice shaking. "Stop. That is my son." Silence fell like a broken drum. They stood face to face. Ngozi reached out, trembling. "Obina." The man knelt and took her hands. "I am still your child," he said softly. Tears fell freely, hers and his. The elders begged for forgiveness. The village waited, breath held. Obina closed his eyes, listening to the land, the ancestors, the living. "Truth without mercy destroys," he finally said. "But mercy without truth repeats the past." No one died. No curse fell. Instead, stolen land was returned, wrongs corrected, apologies spoken aloud for the first time in generations. The village changed, not by fear, but by truth. Obina gathered the children and spoke gently. "Wisdom is not for control," he said. "It is for guidance." His eyes lingered on each face, planting seeds that would grow long after he was gone. At sunrise, Obina stood at the same forest edge. Ngozi held his hand, knowing now she could not keep him. "You raised me," he told her. "The forest only reminded me who I was." As he stepped into the trees, his body faded into light. Leaves swirled, birds cried out, and the wind rose once more. The village bowed, not in fear, but in respect. Years passed. The village prospered. Disputes were settled quickly. Elders listened more than they spoke. Whenever truth was needed, the wind passed through softly. At night, elders told children of a boy born with yesterday in his eyes and tomorrow in his voice. Children listened wide-eyed, imagining what it would be like to know so much and still choose kindness. Sometimes, when the wind brushed the trees just right, people wondered. If wisdom returned to your village, would you listen, or would you fear it? True wisdom is not measured by age. It is measured by what you do with the truth you are given.